Hey everyone, so the week 11 update here is for Icarus. There's over 100 changes in this update, so this is a major update. I'm only going to be covering a few of the changes in this update. I will leave a link to in the pinned comments so you can go and check out the full patch notes for yourselves, as I will not physically be able to show you everything in these changes. Now I'm going to be showing you the stuff which I think you will find the most interesting or helpful. Anyways, as always, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, guys. I'd greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video and what you thought of this update. I really want to hear what you guys have got to say. Anyways, let's get into it. So the first major change in this update, which I think is going to make everyone happy, I guess, is they've added the light slot, which is L here. It's to the left of your number 1 slot on your hotbar. So you can now hold a torch, like so. It'll be on your hip, which I find a little bit weird, holding the torch, which can like set any wooden structure on fire. But either way, it's still a nice addition to the game, and you can run around and it'll light places up. I'm very nervous to run around with torches in wooden structures after the last stream we did, but let's just yeah, you know, it's a nice little touch. And you can use a pickaxe with this also, and a hatchet. So you've got a continuous light source now in caves, which we'll check out in a moment. But yeah, that is great. So this also works with a lantern as well. So for this I'm going to be using a biofuel lantern. Pop that in there, and all you've got to do is press L. This works for the torch as well, and you just can turn on the light source, which is really cool. Alright, so now we're going to go inside of a cave and test the 2 light sources out in a cave and see what they're like. So first of all, I'm going to be using the regular wooden torch. So let's go ahead inside this cave. And now let's just go ahead and get a pickaxe out. All this instantly, this is miles better. This is great. There we go. You know, it's emitting a nice light source here with the wooden torch as well. So that's great. So let's go ahead and switch to the lantern. There we go. And we've got rain on the inside of the cave. Interesting. So here's the lantern. It obviously emits a little bit more, which is cool. Let's just go ahead and mine some of this. This is definitely going to make mining a lot more friendly. And especially when you're trying to fight cave worms. Having that light on your hip and being able to fire as well, which is always nice. So they're the 2 light sources. As you can see, mining in caves is going to definitely get a lot easier and less hassle-free now. Okay, now onto the backpack slot changes. So as you can notice here, on my G slot, on the hotbar, there is no backpack, but you can see one on my character. Now there is a new box here next to your armor where it says backpack. You can no longer put this backpack into the G slot. It just simply doesn't let you. So you now just slot it into the backpack slot here where your armor is. Now it will function as normal, nothing changes, but you have a G slot which is freed up now, where you can put your radar and all of them kind of stuff which you can normally put on your back without having the backpack there. Now you can get all the perks of your backpack while being able to carry a radar and stuff like that. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this change, as if you're in a group play, I like the idea if you could organize your team who would carry what and who would have your backpacks. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this change, but I can see why they've done it. So yeah, obviously I'm going to use it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the backpack change. Okay, so and lastly, for one of the bigger updates is if you've got the deluxe edition on the ice home outpost, there is now ice. Plenty of it, so it's easier to survive now, as this was a big issue that I had. because I wanted to do a build on here, and it was just a pain in the ass getting water, to be honest. But yeah, this is a nice change that they've added to the Arctic outpost. So there's plenty of ice now, so you can actually survive. So one of the major changes which I've tried to record, but I've lost 2 knives doing this, is added the terrain deformation, which besides being awesome, makes it easier to find quest items dropped in the snow. This feature is experimental, is off by default, but can be turned on via options. I lost 2 knives. I couldn't see where they went in the snow when I tested out in the Arctic. So maybe it is still an experimental, so it'll probably still be a little bit buggy. That's the only reason I can't show you it here. Next up, this is a big thing I like, is you now can sort inventory by weight from heaviest to lightest. So you can just click now on the sort button on your inventory, and it will now sort it. Like so. This is awesome, a nice little change. So the ability to delete outposts has now been added, so you don't have to go to the file and delete it like that. You can just go ahead and let's just go ahead and click on an outpost here and click on there, and then click conclude prospect, and then it will delete that prospect on your outpost now. So that is my takeaway from week 11 patch notes for Icarus. I will leave a link in the pinned comments so you can check out the 100 or so changes that have taken place. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this update and what was your favourite changes in all of this. As always, I want to thank my YouTube members for supporting me. If you do want to become a YouTube member, you can click that blue join button and pick a tier that would best suit you. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream or video.